Hello, everyone. My name is Rick van Bruggen from Neo Technology, and here we are again recording another episode for the Neo4j Graph Database podcast. And today, very excited to have another overseas guest on this episode, and that's Eddy Wong from Wanderu. Hi, Eddy.
Hi, how you doing?
Doing very well, and you?
Good.
Excellent, excellent. So, Eddie, I've been reading a lot of the blogs and watching some of the videos from Graph Connect about your work with Neo4j at Wanderu, but most people won't have done that yet. So maybe you can introduce yourself quickly, if that's okay.
Okay. I'm a co-founder of Wanderu, and Wanderu is a search engine for buses and trains. And the reason we were looking for a graph solution is we wanted to model the network of transportation so that you could route two buses or two trains or a bus and a train very easily, and that led us to uh, using Neo4j.
Super. How long have you guys been doing that already?
Since 2012.
Wow.
So we were one of the early users of Neo4j. I actually learned about Neo4j at that year, and I attended the first ever Graph Connect conference in San Francisco.
Yeah, that must be 2012, somewhere around that time. We're doing the fourth conference, the fourth year this year, I believe. So it's going to be exciting. So search engine for trains and buses, and how is it different from things like when I do route planning on Google Maps and stuff like that? Is it very different?
Well, what you do with Google Maps is mostly local, like within the city. So we at Wandu we focus on intercity travel.
Okay, okay, super. Well, I mean, route planning does seem like a really good use case for graphs, but I also noticed that in some of the videos and the blogs that you guys are actually combining it with document stores, right? I mean,
Yeah,
can you tell us a little bit more about that?
yeah, that was kind of a unique approach that we end up taking because like most of our data was in JSON, and we were using MongoDB to store that. It was very convenient to just dump the JSON there, and it would be indexed.
That makes sense.
Uh, and at that time, there was no easy way to upload data in JSON format to Neo4j. So it was you had to use the CSV loader or write some custom code or write Cipher. So it wasn't very convenient to um, upload JSON into Neo4j. So we came up with a unique approach of using an open source project called Mongo Connector. So this is a piece of software that lets you add like a trigger to MongoDB. So whenever data is you add data to Mongo, you upsert or delete something, you automatically uh, Mongo automatically makes a callback. Inside that callback, we populate Neo4j.
Oh wow! And so do you also write directly to Neo4j or always through that connector?
Through that connector. Yeah,
Okay,
always through that connector.
super interesting. So
So
so ha- so
so that
sorry.
way we extracted the metadata. So we didn't copy everything, but just the metadata that is useful for routing.
Yeah, yeah, makes total sense, right? So not no, just like the keys and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, the keys and the edges. The edges is the trip access from point A to point B.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
How did you guys get to Neo4j? What was the attraction, and why did you end up using Neo, or specifically? Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah. So I looked at other graph databases, and at that time, the only ones that I could find or read about were like proprietary solutions that were expensive, and I mean they were closed source, and they were not. So Neo4j was the only one that was open source and had a vibrant community at that time.
Okay. And was it a good fit, you think? You still think it's a
Yeah,
good fit?
yeah, definitely.
Okay. Super. I mean, how successful is Wanderu now these days? Are you guys making good traction? Are you attracting
Yeah,
good community?
so we've grown, well, from zero to now we have over 1 million users per month. Uh,
Wow.
about sales, we sell several thousand tickets every day, and the architecture since day one hasn't changed that much. So our solution has remained scalable.
That's very impressive. Very cool. So what does the future hold, Eddie? How does this you know how is this going to evolve going forward? Both from a graph perspective and maybe also a little bit, where is Wanderu going?
So we like to think ourselves as the travel for the next generation. So graphs enables us to model data in a way that hasn't been done before. So in the future, I mean, you look at the social networks and all the information that is stored in graphs. So eventually you'll have a social network connecting with a transportation network, and you can imagine all the cool stuff that you could do with that.
So like things like recommendations and stuff like that. Is that the type of stuff that you're thinking about, or
Yeah.
okay? Are you and that's stuff that's in the pipeline already, or is that just thoughtware?
Well, I can't tell you about
Oh man, I was looking for a scoop there. Okay, well that sounds super interesting. And what about Neo4j? How do you think that's going to evolve, and or what are you hoping for, or stuff that you think will be super useful?
that. Well, there's one feature that we are really hoping that happens in this year is the new geospatial plugin um, that would allow us to make our results even more interesting.
Okay, you guys are using geodata already right now, or how do you
Yes.
do that?
Yes.
Okay, all right, but that's in Mongo these days.
Yeah, that's in Mongo
Okay.
currently.
Super. Well, I mean, thank you for sharing your perspective. I don't know if you have any more final words or final considerations for our listeners. Uh, Anything particular?
Um, yeah, that Neo is a great product, and uh, the community is great. I mean, from day one, going to the first Graph Connect, it was great to interact with the community. It's the community is very enthusiastic, and it's great to interact with them.
Super. I'm hoping that you can make it to Graph Connect then as well this year.
Yeah,
Or yeah.
yeah.
Super. I'll hope to see you there. And thank you for coming on the podcast. I really appreciate it. And I'll have to when I'm in the US in October, I'll have to give Wanderu a try myself.
All right, yeah, definitely.
Okay. Thank you, Eddie, and have a nice, nice, nice,
Thank you.
nice day. Bye.
Bye.